even though I did HR, human resources.
Yes.
And I worked my way up to be a human resources coordinator. But I always wanted to be in that creative industry. And I love film. Like, I'm obsessed with film.
Yeah.
And that bleeds into what we're doing now with Mama's House.
Yes.
But I love that creative energy, and I love that kind of fast-paced environment. So that's why I worked for those companies, those broadcasters. Yeah.
Incredible. Samantha.
Yes.
How was it working for
You know about me?
How was it working for Look Ahead Care and Support?
Wow.
Because you worked there for quite a while.
Yeah. No. Okay. So Look Ahead was a charity, and they provided care and support for people in the community who needed care and support. So people with learning disabilities, people with mental health conditions. Instead of putting people in hospitals or institutions, they tend to live in the community. In housing, and so individuals look after these people in the community, and so I was responsible for the training of the individuals who looked after people in the community.
Okay, amazing. And you worked there for quite a long time.
Yes, I did.
How long?
For 9 years.
9
I'm
years.
You can't tell me that.
I was gonna say 13 because I read somewhere it was 13, but I wanted you to confirm that.
9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed working there because it was actually a really nice family environment, and I was given a lot of responsibility. I wasn't micromanaged, and so actually I learned quite a lot about developing my own. It gave me the basics of running my own business, because it gave me the tools to be able to kind of manage myself, and it was great. It was great. Grounding.
Amazing.
What I'm doing now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So here you both are and you have HR jobs, and this is when you both decide this is not what you want to be able to do. So I want to ask you, is it true you worked in London's best independent burger joint where you were mentored by the owner?
Correct.
And if so, which restaurant was this?
It was called Patty and Bun. Now we started off with 2, so she worked in one branch, I worked in another branch, and now they have like 10. But it is honestly the best burger I have tasted.
Yeah,
and I would vouch for them, and it taught me a lot because the owner was so gracious that he gave us inside knowledge. He wasn't your conventional manager or owner. He was really kind of eclectic, like he had Tourette's.
Yeah, he
was out there.
But he was amazing, yeah.
But he was very free. Like, we told him from the beginning that we wanted to start our own burger joint. I was like, yeah, sure. Like, ask me any questions you want. So we want to pay that forward, and kind of, if anyone has any questions for us, we're free. We're not trying to safeguard anything. Yeah. Because he did that for us.
Yeah.
But that burger joint was the first time that I knew that burgers can be different. It was the first. It's almost like, you have a certain understanding of what a thing is, and then you find something better, and then you realize that it can be even better. So yeah, anyway, it made me realize that burgers can be extraordinary and can blow your mind, and that got us thinking about the fact that we want to recreate that experience in people's mouths, but in an African way.
Yes.
Yeah.
You wanted to create a brand that celebrates Africa through food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a brand that does so in an accessible way, because we love Nigerian food. I don't know whether you had Nigerian food.
I've had like fufu. Yes, I have.
Fufu's like West African, it's like Ghanaian, but I'm talking things like okra.
Okra, okay.
And eba. Yeah. So these are very wild foods. Like, you saw them and be like, why is the plate brown?
Yes.
Everything's brown, but it's so deep
so
and
good.
rich in flavour. So we're like, that's a bit of a leap for anybody who's not Nigerian. So how do we bridge the gap and make a food that is like pleasing to anyone, irrespective of your cultural background, but still carries the same story and flavour, but maybe not as daunting. Yeah.
Yes. So in 2016, this is when you opened Mama Rocks at The Alchemist.
Correct, yeah.
Now, I want to know how that journey was when you started, and I want to know who chose to do the campaign I Rock, because I really fell in love with how you're calling on people to celebrate their individuality.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you caught on to that.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
the part of a strong message that we have in Mama Rocks and also Mama's House, which is the artist residency, is we want people to celebrate themselves. And we realise that through school and education, it's almost like you're told to fit into a box. You're told that behaviour or that look or that personality is not acceptable when that's who you are. So we want people to celebrate their authentic selves, not the selves that they're taught to be, but their true self. And it gets to the point that you even forget who you are because it's beaten out of you for so long. So that's what inspired the I Rock campaign.
So that was our first campaign. It was before we even opened. We went around Nairobi and just spoke to lots of people on the street and asked them, as individuals, what makes you rock? What makes you unique? What makes you individual? What makes you stand out? That you want to celebrate. And it was just to encourage people to recognize their differences, their uniqueness, and what makes them special. In the spirit of getting people prepared for what we were bringing.
Yes. Now, every burger has an element of Africa. I want you guys to tell me the story behind the Mango Masai Mama.
So the original name was the Drunken Mango
Masai Mama, yes.
Because we know that beer is also a strong part of kind of Kenyan culture. But then we're told, no, people will be offended by that. So we're like, okay, let's be conservative. Let's make it a little bit more conservative. So the Mango Mama was actually inspired by the shuka. So it's more like poetic rather than a realistic take on Kenyan culture. So the shuka is like the red, obviously it's the predominant colour, or the traditional colour was a red shuka.
Yes.
So that's where we had the roasted red pepper. And then in Coast, people would like to have I'm not going to try and say it's Swahili. It's the mango and then they put the chili on it and then salt. It's called mango. You're not going to try it. So we just try to think of distinctive flavours in Kenya. So even beef is traditionally like, when you think beef, you think Masai. So that was the first burger that actually is our best-selling burger. And our first burger that we created, I think it was.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So Tracy, our creative, our marketing manager, I want you to tell me when and how you met these lovely ladies.
Wow. It's a whole journey. It was 2017. 2017.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was 2017 and I just started uni. I just finished my first semester. And one of my best friends, she was waiting to go to school in Germany. But then she was working at a cool food truck at the yard at Alchemist. And after my first semester, the lecturers strike.
Wow.
So, and when I was in school, I never went home. I was always out and about, meeting with friends, going to events. So I'm like, what if there's no school? It means I can't be out and about. So what will I do? I can't just stay at home. So my best friend is like, oh, whether you have vacancies for servers at the food truck at Westland, you can come to the events for free. You can come. They won't check your IDs too because your staff there.
Oh, now I know your real name.
So, and it was also something that I was gonna do now for my free time, and then I was like, I might as well. Like it's serving, and I'm very social. I'm a very social person, so I wouldn't mind it. So we go with my other best friend Grace, and then they interviewed. Samantha and Natalie interviewed us together.
Wow.
Do that to all.
No, that you guys interviewed us. They interviewed us together. We came in with our CVs. They even forgot about the series because we started talking about something. It led up to something else. By the time we knew it, we even forgot it was an interview. We were chatting about random stuff.
I love it.
And then they're like, guys, you know what? This Sunday is Safaricom Jazz. Do you guys think you can come? And we're like, what? They're like, you might as well. Just take pamphlets of the menu, cram it, come on Sunday, try your luck, you see if you could do it. And I was shocked because at this time, I was just turning 18. And I'm like, you guys are going to hire me without any experience. And they're like, as long as, because here we hire you according to your personality. Like, if you're good, you're cool. You guys look like, that's the whole thing we are about Mama Rocks. So you guys come on Sunday, see if you can do it. And then like even the fact that you're younger, it's nice because you'll cram it faster. You'll know what. Yeah. First of all, I'm being told to work at an event that I would have had to pay 3 Gs to. So definitely I'm coming. And then when I came there, that's how we started, my best friend, and we just. When we were there, it's like we were given an opportunity to just grow because I could just be myself. I love fashion and all of that.
Yeah.
And I used to crochet that time a lot. And so they would see me on my break crocheting. They're like, this is nice. Could you make me a top or like something like that?
Yeah.
And then even throughout all of it, when we were working at the food truck, you would switch roles. So even if you came there as a server, you'd have come out of there knowing how to make a burger, how to grill, how to make milkshakes, how to make desserts, like nice desserts. And so it was really a growing process for me. And with that, by the time the 9 months were over for the whole strike and long break,
yes,
I had to go back to school. And so we just, because I'm still a creative, they were just when we have like shoots for our merchandise, and so I would help with styling, I would model, and I'm just there on the posters looking nice, and I'm just like, so the fact that we kept to that relationship became like more of a family. And then after almost, when COVID was ending, that's when I came back because I wasn't doing anything again. So I came back, and then we decided, by the way, we can start events because now I had experience with the entertainment industry, even more of it.
Yeah.
And then now we decided we could start an event. We started Vibe Tribe Sunday, and then we were like, whether this Vibe Tribe Sunday, we're just paying an artist to perform for one Sunday, but we're really passionate about the music and the arts and helping people grow, providing a proper platform.
Yes.
So that's when we decided to come up with Mama's House after a year of Vibe Tribe, because we wanted something that was long term, like the impact was long term.
Yeah.
You would go home and feel, as an artist, you're fulfilled, you were given a proper platform.
Yes.
You were able to express yourself, and you're also able to grow. Because I believe that the three of us have insights on entertainment and music, and also depending on our experiences and I think the company we keep to, it's enabling us to be able to coach these artists on different sectors. And we also want to see good Kenyan music out there, honestly.
Preach.
Yeah. We want to stop complaining. Yeah. Because we're very passionate about the music and the arts, and we want to see something that's Kenyan, something that's out there. We need to stop complaining and saying, oh, Nigerians are taking over. Why not take over too?
Yeah.
Why not also produce quality stuff and put it out there? Yeah.
And this is where Mama's House comes in.
Exactly.
Now, I read an article, but this was like maybe 2-3 years back, and you guys said your mission is to create a strong brand that celebrates African music, film, dance, and culture through not only quality food, but an immersive experience and home away from home. So I would want to ask you guys, was this part of the plan all along? Or did you guys decide we'll first start the restaurant and then we'll immerse ourselves in this?
Well, in a way, to answer your question, yes, because we always like the business model of the Hard Rock Cafe in America. So they fused food and music into one product, so it was an immersive experience. Because let's face it, culture is everything that you consume. It's food, it's music, it's fashion, and all those things make culture. So it was always our long-term plan to involve ourselves in this area.
Yes.
Mama Rocks is all about being a platform for Africa as well, for celebrating African culture.
Yes.
And African culture, what is African culture without music and food, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just doing that. We're just showcasing what is African. Highlighting it just in the same way that it's been done for many years in the West. Hollywood has glorified America, for example. We need to do the same thing with our beautiful continent. So that was a big driving force behind the reason why we started Mama Rocks in the first place.
Nice.
But when we started, we didn't have the headspace to focus on the music, and it's taken time. We needed to understand the food business first, before we can start plugging other elements.
Yes.
To the business, yeah.
Nice. So for somebody who's listening and doesn't know about Mama's House, can you guys please tell them? Because I feel like what you guys are doing are it's on another level, and it's different, and it's niche, and you're promoting Kenyan artists, which is what we are all about.
Yes.
So please, to a listener who does not know about Mama's House, please tell them.
So Mama's House is an artist residency program. It's a platform that's out there for Kenyan artists who are talented, have a body of work. They want to put their music out there and share it with the world. Who are willing to grow, who want to be able to grow and not just like put themselves in this Kenyan industry, but they want to actually put out international quality stuff. So Mama's House is there for that. If you know you're talented, you know you have a body of work and you want to even make more and you're open for that and you're quite diverse, that's the whole point of the residency, to ensure that we are trying to give you all these materials to make sure that your career is now getting that. It's like a stepping platform for you to just boost you up now, for you to just be out there.
I think it's important you said they must have a body of work.
Yes,
because it's more than just talent. Because if you look at some international acts, even Thames or Arya Star, they have presence, and these are things that can be worked on, but it's about creating a brand for yourself to make you stand out. Like Salty Soul are amazing, but there's only space for one Salty Soul. I feel like someone else needs to carve out their own niche, whether it's a spin on Kenyan music, but to make it accessible so that it's internationally appealing.
Yes. So me as an artist, and I want to be able to be a part of this, how is the process?
So basically, we usually have an open mic that's for each and every cohort. So ideally, you just go ahead and DM Mama's House on Instagram, and you DM them with your body of work, like the music you've put out. And then we have to go through a vetting process for the guys who actually show interest, because everyone believes they're entertainers, but not everyone is an entertainer.
True.
Yeah. that's just the truth, whether it's sad or it's the truth, though. And basically, once we decide and vet, and we find the guys who are actually worth getting that residency, that's when now we welcome them to an open mic.
I'm quite curious, the vetting process, how does that go about?
Oh, we sit down on a couch and put your music on the TV. And we decide if you have the presence, if you have the branding, if you have the talent, if you have authenticity, if you have confidence. Because honestly, so far from my own experience, everyone is trying to be a Sauti Soul or a Hat the Band.
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to be a rapper like Wakadinali. Everyone is trying, like, we get it when it's an inspiration. Most of the great artists, you can tell where they've gotten their inspirations from. When you listen to Ayasta, you can tell that she listens to Rihanna day in, day out. You can tell that. But you can see Ayasta still. You can see it. So that's basically what we're always looking for. Are you, like, do you have that star factor? Or is it something that can just be ignited? Because that's what we're looking for, The star quality.
Yes. Yeah. So when you pick the artist, do you now take them to go produce a song, go do a music video, and then do a tour? Because I know there's so much more than now just being picked. Can you tell the people listening what's in it for them?
Yeah, so once you go through the open mic process, we'll select three candidates, three potential stars, and then each month that individual would do the tour. So the tour would comprise of singing or performing at 2 of our restaurants.
Yes.
And then there'll be one that's in a secret location with one of our partners within the Mama Rock's house. But we'll also introduce the artist to the public. So introducing them to the public would mean creating one music video. They'll have like an artist sit down
artist profile. So basically it's an interview that allows you to be yourself, tell people about yourself.
Yes.
We get to know your interests, your likes and dislikes. And this even allows you because the whole point is to get these people who are not known out there. You as Sonia will be like, okay, I love their vibe. I love that we like the same things. Maybe I'll go check them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it helps people indulge in your own stuff.
I love the people that you guys got to pick. So your first one was Rasa Moore. That was your first residency artist, right? Then Matain Jama. Then Sachella, whom we actually went to see in Karen.
Nice.
Yeah, we went to see her perform and we loved the whole concept. And then now we have Clef and Bandana, and they're going to be performing tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
So tomorrow is like the first tour day, yeah?
Yeah, correct. In Kilimani.
In Kilimani.
Is it from 6, Tracy? Or from 5? From 6.
From 6 p.m.
Yeah, Clef and Bandana they're an amazing group.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them? 4 or 5?
Four.
Yeah. 4 amazing. they're so cute. I love them. And they're just amazingly talented.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel that they've got such star quality as well, so much confidence, and it just kind of oozes out of them. They're just natural performers, and I can't wait to see them tomorrow.
And they've worked on their craft. Like, the reason why you said 3 or 4 is because there's such synergy between them. You're like, who's singing? Like, it's like one person with 4 voices.
Yeah, they've got really strong bond. So they're really like brothers. You could mistake them for brothers.
You feel the energy, you get their vibe, and they're super talented. Like, I don't know much more to say. They got star quality. Come check them out tomorrow in Kilimani.
Nice. I want to know what the future is for Mama's House.
Wow.
We can tell you.
You sure?
Please. Please.
It's big though. Like, wear your sunglasses. It's too bright.
I like that. I am ready.
I got mine on already.
So we mentioned the tours, but then it culminates into a big Mama's House party live, which we're going to have on the 6th of May.
Yes.
So all artists will do like a live performance. We'll do all that jazz, all the hype. We'll be hosting, but we see this like, first let's do Mama's House Nairobi, then we'll do Johannesburg, then we'll do Abuja.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to do Mama's House stage at Afro Nation,
Yeah. I like this because I feel like our Kenyan artists need to be put on that international platform.
Exactly.
And we need to put them on those stages. So when I heard about Mama's House, I was so intrigued. I was like, this is so interesting because I'd never imagined a restaurant being able to infuse music and culture. And you guys have come up with such a different way of operating and just being able to look at things. So I want to be able to talk about, as much as we have the apps, let's talk about the downs. I read somewhere that you guys did not pay yourselves until like 2 years after.
Yeah, like this is something that we're really passionate about because I think when people tell a story of running a business, it's always the shiny side and that people don't see like the blood, sweat and tears that goes on in the background.
Yes.
Like this is not like a pity party. I'm not trying to be a victim either, but we were lucky to have parents that accommodated us for when we were starting this business. But for 2 to 3 years, maybe more 3 years, we did not pay ourselves because we knew the long-term vision, the long-term goal. We used to cook throughout the day, go shopping at night with 2 hours sleep. And I feel like once you love something, it's almost like we're giving birth. We're like completely numb to the pain. It's only afterwards we're like, whoa, we did that.
We did. You want to see your business thrive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you put your blood, sweat and tears into it. And so, you have to see it grow. So, we did that for a little while.
Nice.
And then we're able to sustain ourselves after that and move out.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
So inspiring.
It was not easy.
How was it running the kitchen with your brother?
Oh, he was only there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
My brother Leo, I'm sure everybody knows him who's listening.
Yeah.
He's a social butterfly, so he has the attention span of a fruit fly. So he's more doing his own thing. He's a techie. He's into this metaverse film thing.
Okay,
He's doing that now.
Yeah.
And I don't think his hair would comply with health and safety regulations. It's quite wild.
Yeah.
Sorry, Leo.
Sorry. I want to ask you guys, now we're usually told not to mix business with your family or a spouse or a friend. I want to be able to know how you guys have been able to mix those two and what advice you'd give somebody who's probably trying to do the same and they don't know how or where to start.
Firstly, who said that?
Well,
people?
let me tell you, it's out there. People always
Make
say
your own
that.
rules.
People always say that, and I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be like that, because they'll be like, don't mix business, otherwise it will just be tricky in the end. You guys will quarrel.
No,
but I'm
even
like,
business aside,
Yeah.
right? Even just as sisters, people think it's weird that we used to hang out together, and I don't understand any other type of relationship. So that's what I'm saying, each to their own. I don't like blanket rules, because rules are meant to be broken anyway. And I feel like we fight like everyone else does.
We're normal.
But we get over it. Like, what were we arguing about? Oh, yeah. And the thing is, I can be honest with you, and then we can just move on.
Yeah.
Whereas if I feel like if I was working with a friend, it would be a lot more resentment.
Yes,
because there's things that you can't say.
Difficult, yeah. You can be very straight. We can be straight with each other.
Yes.
And also, we can be each other's counselors. There's a lot of hard work that goes into running your own business, and a lot of trauma.
True.
Potential mental trauma.
Yeah.
It could turn into potential mental trauma. Imagine, on a daily basis dealing with
Stress.
stress and direct conflict with people.
Yeah.
And having to make tough decisions on behalf of, we've got over 100 staff. So it takes its toll. So on a daily basis, we're able to kind of cancel each other, and that helps to relieve the stress. And we're able to laugh about things that normal people would have gone crazy over.
But the thing is, people talk about business as if it's like this separate mechanical entity. Businesses are made of people.
True.
So whether it's you or me, or you and somebody else, it's still another human being. So it's about mastering the art of relationships.
Yeah.
So if you know that you can't work with people, don't get into business.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Work alone.
Be a graphic designer and work by yourself.
True. You guys got your first award, the Vendor of the Year Awards in 2021.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, it was.
Was it Jumia?
Yeah, Jumia. Yes, from Jumia. I want to know how this moment felt for you guys.
Okay, this is a message for everybody. When you get recognized, sit in the moment, steep yourself like a tea bag in it, because
Yeah.
we don't actually take the time to enjoy the ups, and that's something that we need to recognize more. So when you ask me how did it feel, I didn't even let it register.
Really?
And we need to practice more gratitude, if I'm honest. That's just for me. How do you feel?
It was actually the first piece of validation. A little bit. Let me explain, Tracy. I have to explain. you up until recently, you're kind of an outsider. Wait. Let me finish. No, I feel like it's when you're on the inside, you don't hear anything. It's like you're in a silent chamber, and nobody speaks to you. Nobody tells you how you're doing, and it's only until you get an award like that you know how well you're doing, actually. So it was actually a nice little piece of validation for the first time.
Tracy.
But do you know why I'm saying it's not your first piece of validation? Because the one time I felt really proud of Mama Rocks, we got nominated for that Cafe Ngoma award.
Oh yeah.
We even went to the red carpet. You see, you guys even forgot it.
You need to remind them, girl.
I think there was a fire we had to put out that day.
Samantha, how is it balancing being a mother and being a fempreneur?
My God.
Tell us.
Ladies will tell you, I moan on a daily basis. I don't moan. Being a mother has been the most fantastic thing, wonderful thing that's ever happened to me, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I every moment I love it, but it has been very difficult balancing both. Running a business and having a baby, because running your own business consumes your whole mind. Well, it did before I had a baby, and so now it can't be that way. My son Aries has to come first. He's 10 months now.
Okay.
He has to come first.
Going on
And
18.
So, going on 18. Yes. He's very, very kind of forthright already.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been very difficult balancing both. But I allow myself the grace. Like I allow myself. I pat myself on the back and like kind of soothe myself and tell myself it's okay. Try again tomorrow. Things will be better.
Yeah.
And that's how I get through it.
Nice. Now, during COVID, it must have been tough for you guys. But as much as it being tough, I feel like that's when you guys grew more, because then you guys decided you need to expand and have more branches. I want to be able to ask you guys how it was and how you managed.
God's grace. Yeah, because we went into panic mode. We closed down 2 branches for a while to try and figure out what we were going to do. And then we had to expand our geographical reach, so that's how Karen happened. And when I say like divine like order, I'm not even joking. Like someone called us and said, hey, we have a space in Karen, are you interested in using it? We didn't have to search for this, it just came to us.
That's how it happens with most of our branches.
Nice.
People come to us.
So we had to like we were actively on the truck with our ops manager just to see, okay, how viable is this location, how is it going to work. So I mean, a lot of business owners I feel are very distant from the operations, but we are like so involved and we enjoy it that you know, we're not delegating it to somebody else. It's only in the last year that we've been able to kind of take more of a step back from the daily operations.
But actually that period, the Corona period, actually made us much more innovative and have to think more quickly, make decisions more quickly. But also we tried to find different ways that we could stand out more amongst the competition, because there's growing competition in the restaurant business, because during Corona everyone opened a business from their homes.
That is true.
Opened a restaurant from their homes, a takeaway business, delivery business. So the competition was increased, and so we really needed to still make an impact. So the way we did that was try to inject more into our social media. So we focused a lot more on, you know, creating videos, showing how we're different from other restaurants, and, you know, really highlighting what's great about Mama Rocks. And we got really creative.
That's beautiful. I want to know who came up with Mamaology psychology.
I think we brainstormed about a lot of concepts. But in terms of coining the term, I feel like it was. Sorry, I think it was me. Right. But it was a lot of these things we kind of chat and it literally just whoop,
it comes up kind of layers,
pops up.
It's like we have ideas, we bounce them off each other, and then they develop more and more as time goes on, and then the idea pops like giving birth, isn't it?
Like even the whole mama's house, it was literally a conversation. Like I felt like I was in church. We're just like we felt the fire of the spirit. It was just between Tracy and I. We're just going backwards and forwards. So it's really hard to coin. Okay, who? It's like just happened. When a man and woman make a baby, it's like it just happens.
I want to know how you go about picking your topics. Are they intentional?
Yeah, they're very intentional. That's why we stopped doing Mamaology podcast for a bit.
Because it's been a minute. I think it's been like a year.
Do you want to?
Yeah, tell us.
I had a little baby in between. So that has added on to the year. But we wanted to take a pause because everything that we do, like Natalie said, is very intentional.
Yes.
And we didn't want to just create topics out of the blue. We wanted everything to be real and, you know, topics that we actually wanted to discuss. So at the moment, we're not feeling like talking about, you know, deep discussions. I feel like there's too much discussion going on at the moment
and no action
in the world, and no action.
That is true.
Everybody's complaining too much about things, and they're forgetting kindness and forgetting what we actually see eye to eye on. So I don't want to really add and contribute to that anymore. I would rather.
We're in action mode. That's why we're doing Mama's House.
Because
rather
give people
a platform
opportunities.
So it just felt like we're just talking.
I had enough of it.
I really like the Talk to Mama staff stories. I think that was pretty dope.
We need to get that rolling.
Please, you guys need to please bring that back.
Highlight some of our great staff. We like to show, you know, their backgrounds and what made them who they are, because all of that contribute. That's what that's what our customers appreciate. You know, when they meet our staff, they've got character and personality, and that's what brings our customers back. So we wanted to appreciate those staff stories, showing, you know, kind of where those personalities came from. Personalities are born from you know, a life, a life of stories.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was our way of sharing the insides. Of
We'll bring it
the
back
heart,
in time.
Please.
The heart of Mama Rocks.
Please do. You're all part of Mama Rocks, and I want to individually ask you guys what you love about Mama Rocks.
Okay, what I, Natalie and Buddy Kelly, love about Mama Rocks is that it's given me the freedom to do everything that I wanted to do. So I love food. I did the food thing. I love creating, which is also food, but also I love music. I love, you know, making music videos as well.
Yeah.
We also did an acting stint in the yard.
Yes.
So I don't think there's anything we haven't done.
Yeah.
Literally, what else is
It's
there?
like we're living out our childhood
Dreams.
Fantasies,
We're
yeah.
doing music videos. I can't sing.
Yeah.
But so what?
I'm gonna sing.
So what?
Yeah.
We just came from a music studio. Yeah, I just recorded a rap. Okay?
Hey.
And we're about to record a music video.
Get it.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
Saturday. So that's the kind of thing that I love about Mama Rocks. It's opened me up as a person. It's made me grow and develop.
Used to be
I
scared.
used to be terrified.
Yeah.
I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Be on a radio station.
Yeah,
years ago. Yeah,
She would
so-
have notes, like
Really?
notes upon notes.
yeah, I have to swap. I have to study for days and days to prepare myself.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm still a little bit like that, but it's helped me grow and develop so much. And I'm sure there's so many doors it's still going to open for me, you know, with travel and, you know, more business success. So
We
you
have
know,
one life, and we're just
Yeah.
doing everything we want to do through this vehicle that is Mama Rocks. Yeah.
Yes. I like that. Tracy B.
Oh,
Tell us.
Well, I love what I love about Mama Rocks is I'm able to be Tracy B. I'm able to be myself. Like I'm able to do. I mean, I've grown up in Nairobi, in
Yeah.
Kenya.
Yes.
Whenever you get like, it's straight from school. You can't do things. It's why are you wearing your shirt like that? Why is your tie like that? Why your notebook? I used to have like very colorful notebooks in high school. So my teachers would be like, when do you get the time to use all this skull on your topics and all these markers and you're flossing to your friends that you have better stationery.
Oh my God.
I mean, you see, like the whole system is just built to put you down so much.
Yes.
But I'm always happy. Like I'm usually grateful to God because my mom is always just. It's like she understands me in her own way. She just lets me be, and through that, I wasn't able to be like put down and pressured down. So more of myself as a person, as an individual, and then I get employed by people who are also creatives.
Yes.
And then they're very welcoming to my open-mindedness and crazy ideas we're throwing around. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Have you ever met, like, it's Kenyan, telling a Kenyan,
Yes.
by the way, there's this event, there's this thing, there's this music video, there's this scene. They're like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, no, let me think about it. Let me sleep on it. But what I love about Natalie and Samantha is they're doers. They're like, if it makes sense, let's do it then.
Yeah.
We might as well try.
Yes.
I love that. I love it about Mama Rocks. And I love burgers too.
Love burgers. Actually, did not ask this question. I wanted to ask, what is a gourmet burger?
Thank you for asking that question because it gets thrown around.
It does.
So wildly. Like how Slay Queen, that term got
Yeah.
abused.
It
was
did.
Yeah. Anyway, so gourmet is anything that's made with time and speciality ingredients. For example, our chicken wings are marinated for like 8 hours, then slow cooked for 6 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
You don't normally find a burger with a mango chili mayonnaise. So that's like a specialist ingredient. And it's just the love, care. It's like artisanal. So even like our bread, I'm not going to tell you who makes our bread, but their whole process is like, it's organic. It's not, we don't use improvers. The shelf life is short. So we try and keep things as fresh and as natural as possible. Even where we get our beef from, it's from Old Pagetic Conservancy in Nanyuki.
Oh, nice.
They don't give the beef antibiotics. It's raised only when it's absolutely necessary. But it's grass fed. So it's all those, the curation is intentional and it's like with love. Is there anything you want to add to gourmet in terms of?
I suppose that the ingredients are unique as well. I mean, Mama Rock's ingredients are all you won't find them anywhere else. The sauces that we use are specific to Mama Rocks. We created them, and we use ingredients that people wouldn't normally use in burgers. For example, sweet potato in
sauce.
we've got a lovely sweet potato sauce. That goes with our hot sauce in our sweet mother.
Like I was even thinking, even our fella burger has a coconut chili mayonnaise. You're not gonna find that in the shop.
So they're completely original. So that's part of being gourmet as well, the originality of it.
That's incredible. I like that. Because, I did see somewhere that you guys just do with purely organic, and I really, really love that. Plus, I love your burgers, too. Is it Burger Week?
Yeah, it is.
Are you guys part of
People
it?
are hiding. Yeah, like, do people know that we do?
Can we please tell people about it? Because I don't think a lot of people are even talking about it.
Nairobi, wake up, it's Burger Week. Buy burgers, come to Mama Rocks. Eat as much as you can. It's buy one, get one free on Burger Week. Yes.
And you can even get it delivered to your home on our website.
Nice.
Exclusive.
Let's go back to talking about Mama's House, since that is the main agenda. It's going to be starting tomorrow. I am super, super excited. What should we expect? How can we be able to help you guys? Just, tell us.
So tomorrow is going to be the first day for the tour, for Clef's tour.
Yes.
Because as we said, we have a tour that builds up to the Mama's House Party Live. That's going to be on the 6th of May. So in preparation of this tour, we're going to have Clef and Bandana do an acoustic set, of which they say they're a band. So acoustic for them, that's probably a live. So just expect madness, expect energy, expect talent. I'm not even sure if our worlds in that restaurant will survive.
I know. Because they've got the kind of vocals that make you shiver. Because even when they auditioned, I was like, who is that? This was the sound check, the mic test, sound check. It made me stop. And these ladies know me. Like I'm really critical, and if something makes me stop, then you know it's good.
It's good.
Actually wanted to ask you guys how you came to pick now Clef and Bandana.
Because they can sing.
Because they can sing, huh?
Don't you hear we had them from the sound check?
Yeah, so from the sound check you guys were like, that's it.
We're like, we've decided. Actually, that was the best open mic.
It was.
Oh, really?
It blew us away.
And it was also the hardest because everyone was so talented, and there was so much power. There was so much, because we had the first one where we had just a normal open mic, and that's why we decided we'd have to start vetting. Because now everyone thinks they're an artist. Everyone thinks they're an entertainer. It's fine, but work on it.
Yes.
Before you try to present it.
Yeah.
Like, do it in front of people who don't know you.
And the thing is, we have YouTube now. We are exposed to such international acts that I think we just assume that everybody knows what international standard means. There's a reason why Burna Boy is Burna Boy. Yeah, he has swag and he has his own kind of flavor. So we're looking for people who recognize their thing, whatever your thing is, ramp it up, and with the talent, and we're here for you. And that's what Clef and Bandana had. They had the vocals, they had the synergy, and they had the sauce,
even the branding, even what they're wearing.
Yes,
you could tell this is a band.
Yeah. I like
and that's
that.
what we're looking for. We need to look at you and you say you're a hip hop artist. I can tell you're going to drop.
I feel you. Even when you walk in the room, I'm like, who is that? There's a certain energy these guys have.
Yeah. Let's talk about the brands that you guys are working with and collaborating with on this Mama's House.
So Mama's House is in partnership. It's by Mama Rocks, in partnership with Boomplay Music, in partnership with Kenyan Originals, in partnership with Ashley's Kenya, and then now in partnership with Radio 254.
I want to ask you guys, why Boomplay?
Because they are all about African content. Because I think Spotify is more like international acts, just like Apple Music, whereas Boomplay have that agenda of highlighting African music. So we're singing from the same hymn sheet. Same thing with Kenya Originals. It's in the name. They locally source their ingredients. It's a Kenyan brand, and they're proudly Kenyan.
Yes.
And with Ashley's, I don't go anywhere else to get my nails done. So they're all about the when we're talking about star quality, they help with the makeover. So that's also part of the process. We give them a
it's part of the
makeover.
residency actually, because we're giving you like an artist treatment. It's a proper residency.
Yes.
You're getting your music video done. You're getting your wardrobe consultancy from me.
Hey. I like that.
Because my experience of being an art director and stylist for a couple of artists, and so it helps with that, because now you get consultancy for your wardrobe.
Yes.
With taking you to Ashley's and giving you a whole makeover with your hair, makeup if needed, like all of that.
And Ashley's pamper you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're proper resident artist. So because we believe in the exchange of value rather than just monetary value, so that you can be able, if you're treated internationally, you'll know what you need to do for you to be international now.
Yes.
You'll be motivated.
Yeah.
You'll say, if this is the life, I'm doing it.
I like it. Now, for me, I'd love to see Mama Rocks not only in Kenya, but in other African countries. Are we talking about a possible new restaurant popping up somewhere in maybe Tanzania, Uganda?
I think people think we're balling because we need investors. We would love to take it to, say, Tanzania, but that involves money, capital, seed capital, and we're operational, of course, but we haven't changed gear to that mogul level yet, and we kind of, we need investment. So if anyone knows,
if you're listening, if you're listening and you want to invest,
I feel like it's a sign, because this is the third time I've had that question. Tanzania.
Yeah, I'm like, where are we going? Because I'd love to see Mama Rocks not only here, but in other African countries. Yeah, Nigeria. Yeah.
We
You
need
guys
to
should
spread
have
the love to other African countries. I mean, and that was our intention when we first started. To start in Kenya and then go to other countries. Ghana, we'd love to go to Ghana.
Yeah.
We'd love to go to Nigeria, but things are a bit tricky in some countries in terms of sourcing ingredients and things like that. But if the opportunity arises, definitely we'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yes, definitely. I'll be praying that happens and quite soon. Being the Women Takeover Wednesday show, I want to ask you guys: is there a woman that you look up to who is your inspiration?
Damn. Silence in the room.
Silence.
Okay. I know it's Women's Wednesdays, but I'm going to break the mold here.
Okay.
Because I've had this debate in my mind about gender, about male, female, all this kind of stuff. I don't, of course I'm a woman, but I don't, I don't lead with that. So and if you're asking for someone who inspires me, this is a really random person. And probably no one even knows who he is.
Yeah.
His name's 19 Keys. Any 19 Keys fans out there? So, because he's all about cryptocurrency. He's all about business, mindset. And the biggest hurdle in doing anything in life is fighting your own demons in your own mind. And it's about a battle of the mind. And he's all about that. And he's militant about that. And he's about, black power. Not in an exclusive way, but in a way that no one feels like they can't be part of this thing. So for me, he's my idol.
I like that.
I've just come to appreciate every woman who has children. Since having my own, including my mother, since having my own child. Honestly, I don't know how people do it, and they do it in a way where no one can seem to complain, and they just get on with it, and they're expected to just get on with it. And so I'm just saying, I admire every woman who has a child.
Yeah. I can respect that.
I admire women who have children too. I'm a happy aunt.
Oh.
And I think for me, I never have like a particular female that I look up to. For me, I'm usually inspired by like a trait about you. Like how I usually pray to God I get like Natalie's organizational skills.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. She's like, wait, hold up.
No, like you usually have like that, how we were saying OCD, but OCD for being prepared.
Yes.
And for me, suffering with procrastination, I have to learn that entirely. And I learned that when I'm with her, and she's always keeping me on my toes, like, no, you can't do this, do this. I admire that. And what I admire about Samantha is how she has, like, she's very understanding.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can get, like, my tolerance sometimes runs low for people. And Samantha's very understanding. She's always like, yeah, you just get it. They're human beings. Maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe I'm like, okay, yeah. Because when I'm put in situations where you have to use common sense and you're not using it, it's like a brick wall now. I'm like, okay, can you just use your common sense?
Yes.
So there's also that. I also admire my mom very much. Oh my God. The fact that she was able to raise me, man. Like, I was a good child.
She's like, man, I was tough.
No, actually, I was the sweet child.
Oh,
I was
okay.
the nice one. But what I admire about her is that she was able to literally balance work and have two daughters and do it all on her own. And that I keep wondering how even now as an adult, I'm scared of taking care of myself. And when she had me when she was 20, and she had my sister when she was 18. Can you imagine right now in our generation?
Wow.
At 18, you're having a child. At 20, you're having another one, and then you're taking them to school and doing all of that stuff on your own. That's something I admire about her. Yeah. And I admire Rihanna's attitude towards life.
I second that.
I like that.
When I grow up.
Yes, when you grow up. I like that. I want to ask the last question. For somebody who wants to get into business or who is in a business that's not really going well, what advice would you give them?
Don't give up, and keep at it. Know your why. Because when tough stuff gets hard, you need to know why you're doing it, and it can't be money. It can't be money.
I like
really
that.
feel like it can't be money.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, because times will get tough. When you have your own business, you can't just give up. Often you've got a whole bunch of people relying on you, and for your own reasons. You know, I never want to give up on my business. You want to see it thrive. So I would say, keep at it. I haven't got any extra advice.
Don't listen to people around you who are not doing anything for themselves. Because people have the biggest opinions. They don't do anything. So I'm like, why are you listening to them?
That is
the only
true.
person that I'm going to listen to is like Steve Jobs. It's past, but you know, someone who's actually doing it.
Yes, it's all about knowing your own mind, and using your intuition. Don't be swayed by other people.
Nice. Any last remarks? Anything you want to tell your fans, the people listening in?
Yeah, come through to Mama's house, have a burger, have some sides, have some cocktails, some KO cocktails, and the vibe, man. Like, we're trying to support our Kenyan artists, and everyone is forgetting, you know, the talent that we have in our country. Let's practice some self-love, and self-love is through appreciating those who are our neighbours. You know, who are genuinely talented, and they need space to be seen. They need to be validated. They need recognition.
Yes.
You know, so that's my last word.
I like that.
I think to check us out, to see what's happening, you need to follow us on Mama's House.
Yes.
On Instagram. Look up Mama's House and Mama Rocks GBK as well. To see what events are coming up. We've got a lot of really exciting events planned.
Yes.
So make sure you're there.
Yeah, and also the main one, the Mama's House Party Live.
Yes.
This is going to be on the 6th of May. And we're going to have a proper guest artist, because now we're inviting the concept of, instead of the small acts opening for the big act, let's have the big act open for the small acts.
I love that.
Yeah. Let's have and this guy, everyone loves this person.
Yes.
So please be geared up for the best 90s party that you're gonna have on the 6th of May, because that is the theme.
Nice.
90s.
It's a 90s themed party.
Gear yourself up, and let's meet tomorrow at Kilimani from 6 p.m. and Tracy B will be the host.
Oh, Tracy B is gonna be the host. So guys, you heard it right here. It's gonna be happening tomorrow at the Mama Rocks Kilimani from 6 p.m. until late. We will be there. So we have a show called The Date Night, where we go in different restaurants and actually go live and have a show. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for the music. I can't wait for the food. Can't wait for the cocktails as well. So if you are listening in, this is the plan for tomorrow. And after that, you have the second tour, which is on the 1st of April, happening at Mama Rock's Karen from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then you have the last one on the 16th of April, special location from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure that you please go check out Mama's house. Go check out what they're doing, guys. It's incredible. It's inspiring. Clef and Bandana will be performing tomorrow. This is the Women Takeover Wednesday show. Don't you go anywhere because I am here until 10 p.m.
My mother told me life is a woman speaking to her and she will become. She likes the sweet things, apples and berries, but only when the season is right. Some days she's breathing fire, take her slow, don't give up on her. If I am a fool, I will not listen, there have been many of us, I won't be the first. Kele tu, edukesie mama, mwana sao, edukesie tata, boy nene, neti bamara, Snapchat generation, edukesie tata, yeah, yeah. Edukesie tata, edukesie tata, edukesie tata. My father told me this is not funny. I am a man, talking and sit up. I have a duty, I am to carry the family name he has carried so long. There is no status, no name too great than your father's name. If you want to know the nature of a man, look how he carries his father's name. Kele tu, edukesie mama, mwana sa, edukesie tata, boy nene, ndeti bamana, Snapchat generation, edukesie tata, kele tu, edukesie mama, mwana sa, yeah, yeah, edukesie